Welcome to the AS Movies and Games podcast. Andrew joined as always by
Gabefornow.
Gabefornow. Hello, Gabefornow.
That's what we're calling me for now.
How are you doing?
Because I'm supposed to have like an awesome tag handle.
Right.
But for now, I'm Gabe.
Gabefornow.
And actually that might be it. I might just stick with
We might even stick with it. It's 3 syllables. It's kind of a longer name.
Gabefornow. What if I made the 4 a number?
Yeah. No, that's still the same number of syllables.
But it would be shorter to type.
That's true. Yeah. Hey, it's a good gamer tag. We might keep it.
Shut up, Gabe. You're not funny.
Today's... I'm not even going to acknowledge that. No, I'm just kidding. You're funny. Today's topic was why we feel like we're back in the early to mid 2000s again. This is really a conversation about movies, so I know it's not necessarily your greatest area of interest or strength there.
No, I don't watch a lot of movies.
Yeah, but basically what I've seen kind of happen in the last few
Or
years...
keep track of time very well.
Yeah. Whenever I go into a movie theater and see these previews, it's almost like I'm watching previews from the early 2000s or early to mid 2000s.
RoboCop? Was that 2000s?
Well, no, I think that was
RoboCop's
like
coming out.
80s or 90s. Yeah, well, there's remakes, like A-Team and so forth, and that's not really the reason. It's really more has to do with like these partnerships, which obviously some of these people probably like working together, and that's why they keep winding up in the same, not the same movies, but why they keep winding up working together.
Like every single what's his name? The guy from See, I'm no good with movies.
What movie are you thinking of?
Click?
Oh yeah, like Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Adam Sandler. And every single one of his movies has the same people in it.
Exactly. Yeah,
But that's okay. They're his friends.
That's a perfect example.
They're the only people that will work with me.
Happy Madison
I'm just
Productions.
joking.
I feel like Adam Sandler movies could hit a new low here.
Again?
Yes, if they weren't bad enough. It's really hard to top Billy Madison, and in my mind anyway, Happy Gilmore is kind of one of the funniest movies of all time.
You can do it.
But there has been kind of a steady decline since then, and that would be one of the movies I have on my list here is Blended, and that movie isn't out yet.
No clue.
Well, it's another movie where Adam Sandler's love interest is Drew Barrymore.
Who?
Drew Barrymore?
I don't watch movies.
Okay, fair enough. She was in like E.T., man, way back in the day.
Oh, was she the little girl?
Yeah, she was a little girl back then.
No, but I mean, she was the kid, like the youngest sister. I think, yeah.
And she was one of the Charlie's Angels in the more recent films.
No idea.
Fair enough. Anyway, yeah, she's...
Who was the Asian chick in Charlie's Angels?
Lucy Liu.
She was hot.
You like Lucy Liu?
I like Asians.
Yeah, a lot of people like Lucy Liu.
I thought you were going to say Asians.
A lot of people like Asians. We don't hate Asians on the AS Movies and Games
Not
podcast.
even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. Yeah, well, there's been a couple movies like that already. The first one that comes to mind is 50 First Dates. That was also Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore.
I actually did watch that one. That was the one where his girlfriend had amnesia, and her dad was assuming that Adam Sandler was trying to use her because for like one night stands because she would never remember.
She would lose her memory within 24 hours. So every time she'd go to sleep and wake up, she wouldn't remember the previous day.
I actually liked that movie.
I do too.
Okay.
I don't think it's a bad movie at all. I think it's one of the better Adam Sandler ones.
Yeah.
But it's sort of interesting how now in 2014 we're going to see another movie that, it's probably different storyline, but where the love interest of Adam Sandler is played by Drew Barrymore. Another one that I can think of right now is like The Internship. So we've seen Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson kind of team up and do movies before. Movie like Wedding Crashers. You ever see that?
Yeah, oh yeah. Actually, that's one I've seen a couple times.
Yeah, bit of a weird movie. It has a romance, and yet it has this sort of suggestive side as well that play really weird off of each other.
It gets really weird in the end when they realize they can crash funerals too.
Yeah, and then Will Ferrell.
It works better.
Will Ferrell is
You're
awesome.
a genius. Oh man.
So yeah, I haven't seen The Internship. I'd like to see it. Yeah, it's where they go to the Google campus and they're considered like the older guys.
Oh.
But they're taking an internship at Google. So there's another example. Jennifer Aniston. God, she was in Friends in what the early to mid 90s.
Oh, I made a point never to watch that show.
Yeah.
Everyone, when I was a kid in like high school, everyone was like, "Oh, it was like the water cooler topic today in Friends, tee hee ha ha," and I'm like, I hate the intro and I hate everything about it.
She's in her mid 40s now, and she's still kind of playing the sexy role. In this case, she's sort of playing the mom role, I guess, and that makes sense.
No.
Yeah, she's a gorgeous woman. I don't take issue with that whatsoever. I guess.
But she's no Asian.
I'm just yeah. I'm just saying
she's no Lucy Liu.
It's different how we're sort of seeing. I guess we're basically just seeing kind of some of the same actors and same actresses either reprise their roles in a way, or they're continuing to get being the main stars of the movies.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, these are the actors that didn't ruin their career by drinking and driving and saying
true.
like racial slurs, and then like, who was that guy? Mel Gibson. Yeah. If you turn into a Mel Gibson or I guess a Justin Bieber now,
I think he's doing like director or producer work now, though.
Yeah, but I mean, if you make your own work, but no one's gonna hire you to. I'm like, no,
That's
are you
fair.
kidding me? But if he like, I'm gonna pay you money, you'd be like, well, you're a jerk. But if you're gonna pay me, why not?
Well, and admittedly, a lot of these actors are ones that I like.
Yeah.
I do like Ben Stiller. We haven't actually talked about Ben Stiller yet, but
At least they're
like
they're people
Vince Vaughn.
that guard their image and don't do silly things that make them controversial.
well, that's the whole thing. Is like you have to be, there are some jerks in the industry, but you actually have to be nice. Like you actually have to be a good person to make it most of the time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I met a
the
few
jerks
actors
are just well publicized, and they're not.
Yeah.
They're the exception.
Like the actors
rule.
community in Calgary, every single one of them that I've met so far, they're just, I don't know, it's almost surreal. They're like the nicest people you've ever met. It's almost strange to me because in Calgary most people are just looking out for themselves. But
Yeah, I've actually met a few actors locally that don't seem to be totally connected socially, and maybe they're kind of the exception to the rule, where they just don't actually have much acting experience yet, so they don't know what they're doing. But on the whole, in general, yeah, there's a lot of nice actors and actresses out there.
yeah.
Another one would be like Bad Teacher. That's another movie that makes me feel like I'm back in the early to mid 2000s with Cameron Diaz. Of course, this is maybe like a bit of a different role for her, but I don't know.
What was it about? I never seen it.
Oh, it's just she's a teacher that tried to get by with a whole bunch of stuff, whether it was like just doing drugs or
What?
yeah, or not teaching her class or whatever.
What was that one that Jack Black did? Rock and Roll High School?
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was
School
good.
of Rock. I think that's mid 2000s.
Yeah, when you have an actor that's playing in a movie about being a teacher.
Yeah.
There was another one with Gary D. It was a TV series. I never actually seen it.
Who's Gary D?
He's a comedian,
Okay.
but I never actually seen it. I guess he was playing. I think he actually was a teacher at some point. So I think it was a perfect role for him, but I could
Okay.
be wrong.
So yeah, those would be some of the movies that make me feel like I'm revisiting earlier times, in our lives. I'm sure you could probably think of others, and we'd love to hear them about those in the comments section as well. But this is just a fairly loose commentary on how, and maybe another aspect to this whole thing is we haven't seen a lot of up and rising younger actors in Hollywood as of yet. There's been some, we've seen people like Keira Knightley or Chris Pine or people like that.
I don't know if he's still young and up and coming, but I remember everybody hated Leonardo DiCaprio. That was a guy.
Yeah, that changed though, didn't it?
And everybody just wanted to see him burn, and but all the girls, of course. Oh, he's so hot.
Yeah, he's so hot. Maybe that's why.
But I was one of those. Yeah, but that's probably one of the reasons. We're like, I'm sick of hearing of him. Yeah. And so Leonardo DiCaprio, we all hated him, and then
girls would sigh in the theater.
Well, and then he started to take roles like that one where he was like the con artist, and he was taking the plane everywhere, and he was like I think he'd like fake money and like serious drama roles.
Yes.
And he was really good, and I really liked those movies. And then like this Django one.
Yeah.
And just the roles he got after he started to like come of age, and they're just like, I can't hate him. Like he's amazing now. So he's one of those like really good guys that I would actually. Personally, it sounds like a leap, but I would personally put him up there with Anthony Hopkins after, he comes the same age, but he's really good.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like he's still
he's one of my favorites now, actually.
In his mid-30s-ish, I think.
Yeah.
So, still young.
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah, Leo, I think he first surprised me in the Aviator, which was, I think...
Is that the one I was talking about?
Howard Hughes... kind of biography or yeah.
Oh, okay, I remember the one I was talking about before, where he's like
I think that's Catch Me If You Can. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Totally.
With Tom Hanks.
I don't know who else was in it. Morgan Freeman.
No, I don't think it was Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
It was Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. We're so not prepared for this. Yeah, and then also Inception was such a good movie.
It was here and there. It didn't stick in my mind. It was really weird.
Yeah, you didn't like it, hey? What about The Matrix? Did you like The Matrix?
I like The Matrix. I don't know. I used to really like sci-fi movies, but now, ever since I saw Breaking Bad, I've been really into the drama now, because I realized that just because it's a drama doesn't mean it's a soap opera.
Right.
Because I hate soap opera.
Yeah, and nobody likes soap opera. No, that's not true.
Nobody listening to us likes soap opera.
Hopefully. Maybe.
Please leave a comment in the section below if you like soap opera.
If you like soap operas, let us know. Maybe it's something we could cover.
Oh,
not. Yeah, but then with Titanic, both Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio didn't really show a lot of promise. And
that was still back when I hated them.
Yeah, and I would say that Kate Winslet has also grown a lot. Maybe not quantum leaps like Leonardo DiCaprio has, but she's just gotten to be a pretty good actress, I would say. So people can surprise you when it comes to those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of the ones I mentioned earlier, they don't really seem to do a whole lot of different kinds of roles.
Yeah, I mean, all their movies seem to be copy pasted.
Exactly. So we're kind of in this copy paste generation,
or the same kind of like humor or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like if you all of a sudden saw Adam Sandler in like drama, like one thing that really surprised me once about Robin Williams is he used to be in like Miss Doubtfire and all these comedies, like he's a comedian, and then you see him in something like I can't remember the names, but he's done drama too, and you're just like you're like it's Robin Williams, and then you see him in like this drama, and you're just like, oh my god, he's like scary. And it's just like a 180.
Yeah. Like Photo Booth, I think, was one of them where he was like really creepy. It seems like he winds up in one of three roles: the comedic role, the dramatic role, or kind of just the creepy role.
Yeah.
And so it's always one of the three.
He always does them well.
He does do them well. Yeah, I guess that shows a little bit of variety, right? Like at this point, we've probably seen most of what Robin Williams has to offer. I wouldn't say that I'm sure he would do more movies, but we've sort of seen kind of the different sides of him. It's sort of like how bands, a lot of them only have one sound, and a really good band will actually have 2, 3, maybe even 4 different sounds that they can pull out.
Creed or Nickelback that you can like play on top of each other, and it sounds like every song is the same one.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
God.
The whole alternative thing has just moved into that, right? With like Pearl Jam, Eddie Vedder was sort of that had that quality to his voice, and then all of a sudden a whole bunch of other bands following suit. So it's like the modern day grunge, really, is what Nickelback is. Anyway, we're kind of just rambling on, so we'll maybe finish this off. Any closing remarks?
I can't think of any. You got. I should like really think of something before we start.
Well, I think it's also been a long week, and we're a little burnt. I know I am a little bit. So we'll have we may not even do. We actually did record quite a bit today, but we'll be a little bit better prepared for next one. How about that?
Sounds good.
Cool.
All right. Cheers.
All right.
See you guys later.
Leave a comment.